about to sit down and film. BRB. We're back. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, my name's Sophie. I make videos on motherhood, cleaning, budgeting, organising and just general lifestyle. I feel like that title's going to get longer and longer. But yes, firstly, before we start, ignore the missing handle. No one's probably even realised, have they? I need to sort it out, there's glue everywhere. Anyway, need to get on with this video. So I've not planned this video at all. It is the 4th of January and I have just done my last ever breast pump to get milk. I'm not promising I'm not gonna cry, because I might get emotional in this video, but I wanted to film a part 2 of my feeding journey. I'll link my part 1. I didn't call it part 1 because I didn't know there'd be a part 2, but I'll link that video below. I'm calling it part 2 because this is how my feeding journey's gone. Basically, in October, end of October, so it was about a month old, I was purely breastfeeding. I was pumping and feeding, but I was having pure breast milk. I don't know where to start with this video. Basically, Otis became very, very hungry very quickly. So his weight was quite slow at the beginning, and basically I don't think I was giving him enough, which is fine, you know, we all have to find our feet with the feeding journey and stuff, but yeah, he just wasn't gaining, but I physically wasn't producing what he needed. Although saying that, I probably was, but I was actually freezing some milk, whereas I should have just given it a all. Anyway, about November, maybe middle of November time, I started giving him all of my milk that I had. I didn't freeze any. I was purely breastfeeding him, and he was just hungry. Like, he would not get off me. My supply was not increasing. Also, just another note, I was using nipple shields and his latch wasn't very good. He doesn't have tongue tie. My nipples just are not the best for breastfeeding. Yeah, so I'm not going to edit this video, I'm just going to roll with it. I was purely breastfeeding him, like pure breast milk, and he just wasn't getting enough. And I said to Liam, I feel like I want to introduce a bottle of formula at night time to fill him up for the evening. So we did. I'm not getting my dates right, I don't think, but I want to say beginning of like November, maybe middle of November. We introduced the formula and he wolfed it down. He had 9 ounce or something in one bottle. He was hungry baby. So I was like, gosh, like, I'm not getting that off in a breastfeed, definitely not. And I couldn't get it. I was like pumping 2 ounces at a time or something. So yeah, I was like, oh right, okay, so I need to increase my supply. So I tried to increase it, and I probably didn't try enough, but pumping ladies out there, you know how hard it is to increase your supply when pumping. My sister purely pumps and I take my hat off to her because it's hard and she needs a lot of milk. Anyway, it's a different story. So I was combi feeding at this point. So about, I want to say middle of November, end of November, I was combination feeding and feeding him on the bottle. And yeah, middle of November, he hated going on the boob. He wasn't getting enough because of having these big bottles of formula. He didn't enjoy being on the boob because he couldn't get it out. He couldn't get enough out, and we had the Shield and we never really got on well with the Shield. We tried a few different ones. We tried no Shield, like I tried everything, and we decided that we'd stop breastfeeding, me and Liam. Liam's been the best support ever, by the way. He does whatever I want to do and he supports me in everything. He's just brilliant. Anyway, we decided that I should stop breastfeeding and up the bottles, like with the express milk. So at this point I was giving him 1 or 2 bottles of formula and like 3 or 4 breast milk. And that was for about 3 weeks, I want to say, and then maybe 2 weeks, and then my supply just got lower and lower and lower and lower, and I probably dipped my pumping, as in like stopped pumping as much, which didn't help the supply. But when I say stopped, I meant like sort of like half an hour instead of 45 minutes or something. But it really does decrease your supply when you lower the time you're pumping. Anyway, my supply decreased massively, so I was worrying then. So I tried to up my supply again and it just kept going lower and lower and lower. Anyway, we upped the formula feeds, and for about 2 weeks I was giving him 1 bottle of breast milk and 4 bottles of formula. So I was happy with this. I did this for a couple of weeks and I was happy. Anyway, Christmas came. Me and Liam and Otis went into lockdown, and for some reason, I don't know why, my supply decreased. I was pumping for 3.5 hours a day. So I upped it when we went into lockdown. I think I was doing 2 hours a day, but I upped it to 3 hours a day. That was it, 3.5 hours a day. And I was getting 2.5 ounces in 3.5 hours of pumping. And I did this for a week, and I physically couldn't pump anymore. I had the time because I was in lockdown, but I knew when I come out of lockdown, I wouldn't have the time. I could have the time, I could stay in at home, but I want a life. I want to be able to go out. I feel for people who don't have a choice in this matter. So 3 days ago, might have even been 4 days ago, yeah, it was New Year, I spoke to Liam and we decided to stop. Basically, Otis has 35 ounces of milk a day and he was getting 2.5 ounces of breast. For me, it didn't weigh up. Like, if you've pumped, you'll know what I mean. You feel like you are trapped with a machine and you can't do anything. I tried so hard to do things whilst pumping because I had great pumps, but it's hard. Like, it really is hard. I thought Otis had woke up. Anyway, I forgot about this. The day I decided to stop, I had a period. Now, when you breastfeed, you shouldn't really get periods, but I had a period, so this was clearly my body just starting to get back to normal. I'm getting emotional. So yeah, period and stopping pumping brought out these hormones that my gosh, these are stronger hormones than ever. Maybe I'd compare it to like the week I had Otis. That when Otis was 1 week old, I cried all day. And I'd say it's about the same, but I've had it for like 3 days now. Basically, I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine going about my day. It's when I start to talk about the fact that I'm not pumping anymore. And I'm going to try and keep this raw and honest. Well, I am. You know me, I'm honest about everything. The reason that it hurts and what I feel is I feel like the connection's gone. Basically, not my connection with Otis, I still love him, but the thought of he doesn't need me, like he obviously does need me, I'm his mummy, but that when you're breastfeeding your baby, they need you, they physically need you to survive, but the thought of him not needing that anymore, it's hard. It sounds so stupid when you say it out loud, but I think people that have been in my situation or stopped breastfeeding will understand. And yeah, it's a roller coaster, guys, and I wanted to film this video tonight because it's the end of the journey for me. But Otis thrives off formula. He is such a healthy little happy little boy, and I've given him my milk for 3.5 or nearly 4 months, and it hasn't been the easiest journey at all, like at all. Breastfeeding's hard, guys. Some people find it harder than others. I've really struggled with it, but I've really tried. I've been determined. I've gone through the cracked nipples, the bleeding nipples, everything. But I'm just grateful that my body was able to do it for this long. So yeah, I think it's time to say goodbye to that little chapter. And hopefully one day in the future, if we have any more children, I'll be able to try it again. And I know now, I know what to expect. And if not, it's fine. And do you know what? A fed baby is a happy baby, and that is all that matters. But it's hard, like everyone's journey is completely different, and it's relative to everyone, and everyone has their own like hormonal states and whatever. But yes, so anyway, Otis is going to be 4 months, oh gosh, not 5 months, 4 months on the 17th of September, and he currently has 5 bottles of 7-ounce formula. He has Cowgate formula. We're yet to try other brands. I think he had a ready-made Aptamil formula before, but Cowgate's just fine, and you can get it in all different supermarkets. That's why I quite like that one. I was going to try the Aldi one, but then like you're stuck at going to Aldi and getting the milk, if that makes sense. I like the fact that Cowgate's stocked at all different, I think it's even stocked at Lidl and Aldi. Cowgate, might be wrong. But yeah, so he has that. And he is a happy baby, guys. And our feeding journey at the moment is he gets up around 7-ish. It does vary in the morning, but we're starting to get into a routine of like 7. It's either 7, 7:30 or 8, depends what time he wakes up. And then I try and make the next bottle around 10, 10:30. And then we have a 1 o'clock feed, a 4 o'clock feed and a 7 o'clock feed. They're normally every sort of day. I say the 7 o'clock feed, normally we bring it forward to 6:30 if he's really hungry and tired. It's normally about 6:45 because he's normally asleep by about 7. So they are our feeds, and he's a very good little baby, and we haven't been through the regression stage yet, I don't believe. I don't know, who knows, we could be in it now. He's not napping in the day and he's waking up about 5 in the morning for a little playtime and then goes back to sleep. But all in all, he's a very, very good baby with his sleep in the night, and I'm fine with that. If he doesn't nap in the day, I don't mind. He's good in the night. Me and Liam love our sleeping at the night time, so we're grateful for that. But yes, I'm gonna sit and look at this video now, and I'm probably not gonna edit it, but yeah, thank you for watching, being part of my journey, guys, because it's been a roller coaster, and I hope, you know, I hope this video helps some people, I hope it makes people feel better about their journey and stuff, because it's hard. Also, I just want to say, mum guilt is ridiculous. Why do we have mum guilt? Am I going to get mum guilt for the rest of my life? Probably am, aren't I? But I'm happy, I promise. I'm just have these breakdowns. But thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a wonderful night or morning or whatever you're doing today. Bye.